About Alan Horsley's cool fuel. Well, here's Alan Horsley, and here's the fuel. Now, Alan, what's it cool to? What temperature?
We take it down from about 24 degrees when we put it into the tank, and it drops down to 7, 8 or 9 degrees.
The conventional wisdom is that you do that to fit more fuel into your fuel tank. Is that correct?
Yeah, while we get a little bit more fuel into the tank, the big improvement is in the engine. It keeps the engine very cold and very workable.
Can you actually prove that? I mean, with your telemetry, do you know that that's happening?
Yes, we do know it.
And what sort of performance boost does that give to the motor car?
Well, you can't put it in percentages or anything. It depends on the day, and as you know, today is very, very hot here, and it's working beautifully.
Is this the first time you've used it?
No, we've been experimenting with it all year, particularly at Surfers Paradise at the IndyCar Grand Prix.
But this is the first time in a long distance race you've given it a try?
Yes, that's right.
Is there any downside to it?
No, none at all.
Well done. How are you feeling about the race today, Alan? I mean, after last night's full working session with Car 9, your guys must be a bit tired for a start.
Yeah, everybody's a bit tired, but, you know, things are going well at the moment, but it's a long way to go yet.
Car 9's holding together all right?
It's got a few little problems developing in it, but it's got the ABS has gone off on it at the moment, and it's got a little oil leak in it, but apart from that, it's not doing too bad. Well,
with the ABS, Scaife, in fact, had to make an unscheduled pit stop for 34 seconds to replace a tyre which had been flat spotted. And that's simply a fault of the ABS not working, is it?
Well, it's a driver fault, but if you could say that, I don't think we could blame Mark, but he's put a very bad spot on a tyre, and that'll probably happen again. That's what happens when you haven't got the ABS.
Keeping the pressure on that one remaining Porsche, how's it going? Well, in fact, there's two remaining Porsches.
Well, right at the moment on the road, we've got the same amount of stops to do, and we're 1 minute 12 seconds in front, so we're not looking too bad, but as I said, it's a real long way to go.
You're getting a bit old for this?
Very much so, particularly the late nights.
Thanks, Alan.
Thank you.
There's a guy who thinks harder about how to win a motor race further before the start of the meeting than almost anybody. He starts by knowing the cam's manual backwards. A lot of people read the sub-regs reasonably carefully, but he starts by knowing the cam's manual.
He's got one in the smallest room in his house. The magazines or auto car or whatever, he's got a cam's manual.
I've seen it in his office, and, you know, he knows it backwards. Officials and things who get a lecture from Alan Horsley about what's right and wrong because they sometimes don't know the manual as well as he does. Of course, he ran Oran Park, and he's, you know, Moffat race team manager years ago, and Mazda and so on, and you've got to know it. You can't play the game if you don't know the rules, and he knows them, and then he thinks around them, about them, and how to optimize them all day, every day, and that's why he tends to say that he's getting too old for it, and he always carries on the